Welcome back to the Playful Pack Crackers. I am Art.
And I'm Ian.
And this is our second Harry Potter TCG video. If you've seen our first, hopefully you have. We ripped open some packs of Diagon Alley and explained the game a little bit as far as a collector's standpoint, more so than a gameplay standpoint. Today we've got a bit of a sampler. We've got a base set booster, which was the first set from the game from the Philosopher's Stone. About 116 cards roughly in the set with about 30 rares. It did things a little bit differently. They had the foil characters and some foil rares, and they had some regular non-foil rares, but you couldn't really get both, so to speak. Whereas the later sets, you had regular rares and then you had rare foils that you could also pull as chase cards. A little more about the base set right now. Came out in about August of 2001. Which I believe does predate the movies. Again, as I explained in the first video that we did for Diagon Alley boosters that we opened, this card game is based on the books. It does not contain any images from any of the movies, and as such, it has a lot of stuff from the books that you don't see in the movies that probably weren't important for storytelling purposes. So, and then to the next one, we have a Quidditch Cup booster. That was the first official expansion. Contained 80 cards and about 30 new rares. And as I said, every rare has a base rare, and I believe every rare has a foil version that you could pull of it as a chase. Which is kind of cool. That set introduced the Quidditch cards, including the Quidditch lessons, to be able to play all the Quidditch cards. And you can also set up Quidditch matches, which is kind of cool. And those kind of adventures have different either positive outcomes for certain players or negative, depending on what it's saying. And then, of course, we have our Diagon Alley pack, which, again, if you watched our last video, was the second expansion from Philosopher's Stone. And we're just going to try to get some more good cards out of that pack. I have opened all three of these. Ian has only ever opened a Diagon Alley booster. So I'm going to let him start with either the base set or the Quidditch Cup booster.
I'm gonna do base set.
Okay.
First set.
This could be pretty exciting. There's a lot of great cards in this set, and there's a lot of really cool rares if you get any of the wizards or some of the other, say, spells that are in foil. And again, there's a handful of regular rares too, which some of them are good effect, but just not as cool.
Okay, so I have Squiggle Quill, Pet Rat, Rumpent Potion, Lost Notes, Bobilius, Hagrid and the Stranger. That's when he gets his dragon.
It's a good card too.
Baby Dragon. Mysterious Egg. First lesson is Potions. Second is Transfiguration. My rare is Titiliando. Don't know how to pronounce that.
Yeah, and that's one of the regular rares I was talking about. I said there was 30 rares. There's got to be more because this is card number 36. So I don't know if it's 40 or if 36 was the last rare. Again, that's one of the regular rares. So from a collector's standpoint, I guess it's a bit of a disappointment. As far as its effect, do damage, 3 damage to your opponent, which is good. Or to a creature of your choice, then your opponent chooses 3 cards in his or her hand and discards them. It's kind of a meme thing to do because your deck is your life in this game. But the 9 cost, it's pretty expensive. You'll be using a lot of actions to get lessons out. Again, because I'd like Ian to crack his first Quidditch Cup booster, I'll skip that one and open this Diagon Alley booster. So we have the Standard Book of Spells, Grade 1, Cancel Practice, Sloth Grip, Tawny Owl, Piggly Dudley, Blue Wig. Now see, Blue Wig is a good card. It compared to Titiliando from the first set, 3 damage and make them discard 3 cards for 9. This would only cost you 6. It does 4 damage, and then you get to draw a card, and this is a common, so I'd put more Blue Wigs than I don't know if it's Titolando, you know what it says.
Read the books, people.
Yeah, read the books, folks. Yeah, and blue wig is something from the book that you don't see in the movie. Then we have our lessons. We have a potions lesson. We have a charms lesson. And this might be our rare, nope, porcupine robe. So that is a new uncommon. In the last packs we opened, we did not pull one of these.
Yeah.
And then we have a wild boar. And then we have our rare, this flourish and blotch. I believe we did end up pulling.
Yeah.
But this is a location. Locations were introduced in this Diagon Alley set. So it's always good to have some extras if you want to put more than one in your deck, or if you want to put one in two different decks, or so. I don't know. It's always good to have extras.
Quidditch Cup. That's a very cool looking pack. I like the silverish blue.
I think it might be one of the coolest sets, especially from deck building perspective, but might have been a little overprinted because it's the one that's still the cheapest.
That opened very well.
Yeah.
That was very clean. So, charms. Quidditch, of course. Slytherin match.
Is that your rare?
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
That was fast.
So as I said, they have matches, and these were organized a bit differently inside the pack.
Sticking up for Neville. In the stands. Clean Sweep 7. Ouch. That's a really good card.
Yeah, it is.
Streeler. Bloodroot Potion. Mice to Snuff Boxes. And finally, Vanish.
All right. So that was our, I call it a Harry Potter TCG sampler. We did lack the final set from the Philosopher's Stone, or the Sorcerer's Stone, being Adventures at Hogwarts. I have not been able to get any of that product. That's why. And there's a second, I don't know if you want to call it a base set. The final set was based on Chamber of Secrets, and it was a larger set at like 140 cards or something.
And the most expensive.
Yeah, they're wicked expensive right now. But hey, that was a fun opening. We've got 3 more packs of Harry Potter TCG. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And, as always, please like, subscribe, and comment. And if you have any good Harry Potter TCG stories or any good Harry Potter stories, whether it's books, movies, whatever, we're always fascinated to see what everybody has to say. So we look forward to it. Bye-bye.
Bye.